and local people.
Yeah, I just think it's incredible of you to do that, Dina. And also, look, have a fantastic, fantastic season with the Breakers and look forward to broadcasting every minute of it too.
All right, thank you.
Cheers, thanks, mate.
Thanks, Dean Vickerman, for your time. We're underway in the third quarter as the Nelson Giants can't convert on the first possession of the game, and so the Nuggets will have the ball, and BJ Anthony is back in the game to have ball win.
Still waiting for this game to really take some shape as these two teams keep banging away at each other. You know, BJ Anthony only 7 minutes due to foul trouble in the first half. The Giants now with a couple of guys in a bit of foul trouble, a couple of their big men. So, you know, who's really going to come out and impose themselves on the other team at the start of this half?
Mark Dickel misses the three. BJ Anthony tips the ball, can't get it. Blocks him as it tipped away. Tisby to Polyblank. Nuggets get a bucket.
Good heads-up play there by Antoine Tisby, picking up the loose ball and finding Brendan Polyblank. Looking at the scoring of the first half, obviously we talked about Tisby, you know, getting off to a good start, strong inside play, but you look at the Giants scoring spread right throughout their roster. As Mika Vukona tries a, you know, probably a high-risk pass and turnover. And isn't the turnover situation interesting? Only 2 turnovers by each team in the first half.
Yeah, and 0 steals as well. Stark contrast to what happened in the last game, semi-final number 1, where the Saints were just turning the ball over. Had at least 22 for the entire game.
But, you know, good defense. It's not that these teams aren't playing hard and aren't getting after each other, so they're taking care of the ball.
Polyblank with a quick spin move. And I think Roscoe will pick up the personal foul.
You know, I like this Nelson Giants team so much because when I watch them play, it's like I'm always waiting for the dam to break on them, but they're always there. You know, they always hang around, and on the back of their great offenses, we see Benny Anthony finally gets going inside. On the back of their great offense, they come back into games even when they're out of them.
Keep an eye on the matchup at the top of your screen there, Anthony and Mika Vukona. Highly touted coming into this game, but so far it hasn't quite eventuated as Josh blocks and skies for a board, and Roscoe can't get the three, but blocks him, gets another rebound. The little point guard.
Yeah, here we look at this Vukona and Anthony matchup again. It's kind of like the old bull versus the young bull.
Yeah.
You know, a bit of a territorial fight here.
Brooke Roscoe with a nice bucket.
But I'm sure Mika Vukona isn't ready for the change of the guard yet.
Mika Vukona, wiry strength. BJ Anthony strong as well. As he's got a jump shot he'd like to exhibit, but he can't get it to drop. Blocks and picks up his third rebound in less than a minute.
Yeah, I don't like that for BJ. I don't like to see him settling for that jump shot.
Pace. I mean, seriously, I don't think Josh Pace misses more than anyone, really. He's amazing. He's got 10 points on 5 of 6 shooting.
You know, and you don't really see him shoot the ball. He kind of throws it up there. That's this magical, feathery, soft touch.
Brendan Polyblank with a 3.
Yeah,
Polyblank has 13.
He missed those shots in the first half. Comes out hitting it. And again, Pace going into the lane and, you know, I don't even know how to describe it.
I don't know.
Shoveling it up there at the basket, and
he's just floating it up and in.
Such an intriguing player. You know, he's got a great pedigree playing at Syracuse University in the U.S. system, one of the great college programs in the U.S., and then having a great career internationally, but especially here in New Zealand, winning championships with different franchises. He's just such a winner.
Mark Dickel running the play on the weak side for right. Calling the shots, and he gets the ball and finds Polyblank. Thought about it, gives it to Anthony inside, and here's the matchup. Steps through with the left hand and can't get the ball to drop. Maxey pulls down the board.
But that's what you want to see from BJ Anthony. You want to see that power game inside.
Pace pokes it away. The Nuggets claim it back. Akeem Wright shoots the 3. That's good from Akeem Wright.
Yeah, he's a guy you don't want to let get started from the perimeter because he's just doubly dangerous, because if you have to step out on him, he's got a great first step and an ability to tackle traffic.
Polyblank called for the foul. He has 13 points and 6 of 12 shooting. And Tisby and Wright have 12 points each.
Third foul there on Brendan Polyblank, and that's important because he's been a force both ends of the floor in this game, and he'll have to come out and sit down. Hayden Allen checking into the game.
They lose a bit of size with Polyblank, but they get an outside threat in Hayden Allen. Pace looking for options, finds the corner, gets the handoff as Pace pulls up from the foul line. I thought that was going in. I mean, seriously.
I was gonna say not nice things if that went in.
Hayden Allen trying very hard to control and corral that ball, but it will go back to the Nelson Giants.
Yeah, tremendous effort there by Hayden. Great defensive deflection and trying to track it down, but couldn't stay in the field of play.
So it's a sneaky 9-point lead for the Otago Nuggets, 54-45, with under 6 to go in this third quarter.
Yeah, really it's on the back of very good defense.
Maxey, he's got a soft touch.
A great move there by Aaron down low. I mean, really elevated to get over Tisby that time, knowing that, as you said, Tisby's not a shot blocker. He's just a banger down there, so Maxey just went over him.
Allen puts the ball on the floor, kicks it out. 6 to shoot. BJ Anthony, right hand going left. A little strong, the pace. Keeps going, pulls up.
I don't think you're supposed to laugh when the league's leading scorer scores in the same way he scores all the time.
He is so nice to watch. It is somewhat unorthodox, but he can score in bunches.
Yeah, and it's not somewhat unorthodox. It's the definition of unorthodox.
Yeah.
I mean, really, when you see him take a jump shot, it's not pretty. But when you see him with these floaters, you see him bringing the ball up the floor now, and he's just looking to get on that left hand, which he's so good off of, and he just pulls up in people's faces and, just
right handle,
gently,
handle the ball
caresses the ball into the rim. I'm going to run out of adjectives. I'm sure I'm going to.
You're in the gold. If it's a big taking it out, it's one of you. So match up, gold dickle, make someone else handle, right? Yeah. Now, push it off the rim, all right? You got rub weak on a walk up, single side on a
Yeah, Josh Pace, as you said, Tab, just under 23 points a game. He is the league's leading scorer, and it is pretty to watch. 15 points. He leads all scorers in this game.
I'm telling you, when you prepare a scouting report on him, it seems so easy. Just don't let him go to his left hand. But then you're constantly questioning your players. Why is he going left? Why is he going left? Because he's that good at getting to his left hand.
I mean, you could say the same thing, obviously, about Phil Jones. Left-handed shooters, always create a little bit of an indifference in the mind of a defender. As we're back into it. 5 minutes, flat to go. Right. Kicks it out into the corporate seating at Pettigrew Green Arena. And there you go, Tab, a turnover.
Well, yeah, I like what Nelson Giants did on that defensive possession. A lot of switching. They maintained great defensive position. But the Nuggets have to recognize this, because if the Giants are going to switch, they're going to find mismatches down inside. But they have to be patient and go to that.
Blocks him. Tickle. Nuggets get it back, and they just get it over. It's Allen. Can't get the three. It will be Otago Nuggets ball.
And Josh Pace, great defensive rebounding position between BJ Anthony and Akeem Wright. He seems to be the guy in the right spot. Now he brings him down to the offensive end to try and close this gap even further.
Benny Anthony right up in Mika Vakona's grill. Strips him, and Mika fouled him. And he is angry. He's angry at himself probably as well.
Yeah, good defensive play, and BJ Anthony probably frustrated by having to sit on that bench so much the first half with those fouls, but still playing aggressively out front on Mika. And he gets away with the reach, and Vakona doesn't. Picks up his third foul.
The Nuggets still keeping this lead alive. Giants find it hard to close the gap. Dickel into the lane, kicks it out. Allen, 3. No good. Nuggets are 5 of 17 from deep, 5 of 18 for 28%. Okona to the cup and in.
Yeah, coast to coast there by Mika. And that's one thing he can do. He has almost Mark Dickel-like speed dribbling the ball from end to end. It's one of the things Nenad Vucinic always pointed out about him was his speed after a defensive rebound.
Anthony with the ball, swatted by Mika Okona. As Phil Jones talks rubbish to him.
Yeah. Phil enjoyed that, BJ didn't. BJ was trying to find his way to the referee, but Phil was making sure he had to deal with him first.
Look at the pressure by Mika Okona. There's probably none better in this part of the world. That should have gone in.
Should have. By all rights, it should have, but I guess because the clock wasn't running, there was no need for it to.
Yeah. There is a foul at the other end.
Bit of foul trouble stacking up for these Giants. You know, everybody on 2 or 3 fouls, and that can turn to 3s and 4s very quickly if they don't get a hold of this situation. And here again, Nuggets doing the right thing, attacking the inside.
The one thing that is really impressive about this Nuggets team is Benny Anthony just powers his way out with his nice footwork. He's tied up. Jump ball, and the Nuggets will get it back on the possession arrow. But the ball movement of Otago is really, really sharp.
It has been very good, and even when they're putting the ball on the floor, it's with purpose. You know, they're attacking the inside, and that's what you want to see. You don't want to see wasted dribbles. So they've done an excellent job with that.
Benny Anthony traveled. Giants forcing the turnover. 4 apiece in this game. Just the one steal, and the Nuggets had that one. They have tenuous 3-point lead. Mika Okona wants to dry the ball. It's been a damp old week in Hawke's Bay.
That it has. Very uncharacteristic. Much like the result from the first game.
It certainly was a huge win for the Southland Sharks. As Bloxham has his shot stuffed. I think it was Mark Dickel.
BJ Anthony got that one pinned on the board, and then Tisby got called for the foul, trying to pin the pickup. Aaron Maxey, good heads-up play there, picking up the loose ball. Here you see the block by Anthony. Maxey picks it up. Here comes Tisby. Gets him on the hand. I got to say, the referee's done a very good job both games tonight. You know, they've had their missed calls, but you're always going to get that. Basketball being a tough sport to referee, but consistency has been good. They've done a good job.
Maxey misses the first. Otago 54, and the Giants, I should say, 51, 2:56 to go in this third quarter. Maxey misses both, left them both short. What a pass from Dickel. Oh my goodness.
That's a tremendous pass. First, the vision to see Paulie Blank filling the lane, and second, the ability to fire the one-handed pass and to hit him in stride.
Yeah. 6 assists for Mark Dickel, 8 points as well. Maxey, fadeaway. Rolls in. Aaron Maxey.
He borrowed that touch from Josh Pace.
He did. 6 points for Maxey. Dickel gives a no-look to Hayden Allen. It's Okona coming the other way. He looks up court. Cross-court pass to Phil Jones. Maxey with a little jump hook. Quite a big jump hook, actually. Here comes Akeem Wright. Dickel, the blur. Stripped by Phil Jones, and he reckons he got all ball.
Mark Dickel, right from the moment he caught that basketball, he was going to force the contact on Phil Jones. And if Phil had been able to keep his hands out, he wouldn't have gotten that foul. But Dickel, 2 clever guys there. And you see him drives right straight into him. And he puts the pressure on the referee to make the call.
Phil Jones pleading his case. I got all ball. She's a secret try. Phil Jones in his 349th game of basketball in the National League. Truly is a remarkable effort. Well, only Willie Burden's played more. 361 for him.
And when you consider that Phil Jones spent about 5 years playing in the Italian league, you know, it's even more remarkable.
Bickle makes the second. Nuggets lead 58-53. Jones recently of the Cairns Taipans in the NBL in Australia. Blocks him. Wright's defense has been really good. Jones, though, gets around him. Makes a fool of me. Yeah, Phil Jones still has the moves.
The intensity is certainly there from Wright, but again, you know, as you brought up, you got to keep Phil Jones off of that left hand. And Hakeem Wright let him get to his left hand, and he becomes so much tougher to defend.
The Giants packing the key, making it hard for Otago to get any kind of post move or drive going on, but Hakeem Wright muscles in, and he's fouled.
Yeah, still those big bodies are really hard to keep away from the basketball in there. B.J. Anthony, Hakeem Wright, really doing hard work down low.
This game is still up for grabs, Tab. I mean, 58-55, 125 to go in the third. It is low scoring. But these two teams, it is basically an arm wrestle.
Oh, very much so. And, you know, you keep expecting for one of these teams to, you know, to grab the game by the collar and, you know, and run with it. But neither team has really let the other find that rhythm.
Wright makes a second, 59-55. I want to see more Josh Pace, to be honest. I think the Giants do as well. Maxey and him. Dickel pulls down the rebound, however.
Again, great defense by B.J. Anthony, getting a hand in Aaron Maxey's face.
Anthony with the jumper. That's sweet from B.J. Anthony.
And plenty of talk for Phil Jones on the way down the court. Bit of a payback there.
And he's got a big smile on his face as well. Anthony with 6 points, 3 of 10 shooting. Time is winding down in this third quarter. Josh Pace gets the left-handed runner. It goes in and he's fouled.
I'm not talking about
Speechless.
it anymore.
61-55. Josh Pace has 17 points. He is 8 of 10 from the goal, from the field, I should say. Excuse me.
Look at this. You know, with a man in his face, body being bumped. I'm just going to say he shoots a Josh from now on.
It's a Josh.
It's a Josh. What else can we call it? He should shoot his free throws one-handed as well.
He should.
Oh, great transition. Hayden Allen, tremendous pass. Ricky Bunker running the lane. Giants will be very disappointed. This is a playoff game. You cannot allow that kind of play to happen.
Dickel, I think he wanted a foul. He wants them to foul. He's barking at his teammates. They have a team foul to give. 6 points. Pace for 3. Pace. Will he shoot it again? It's Jones. Time winding down. Phil Jones to end the quarter. Classic Phil Jones. Closes the gap to 4. And it is the Otago Nuggets. They do lead 63-59.
So we in that quarter, Josh Pace now on 17 points. And, you know, he is emerging in this game, but still hasn't been able to do enough and get enough opportunities to push the Giants into the lead. Nuggets hanging on again through that, you know, that power game inside. B.J. Anthony comes to play in that quarter. Does a great job getting himself off. You see Vukona going coast to coast. Very pretty layup there.
That is just a magnificent pass from Mark Dickel. You won't see one better.
Yeah, and again, the kind of play that really shouldn't happen in a playoff game, these uncontested transition layups. But credit Mark Dickel for having the vision and credit his teammates for running the floor.
Okay? On the offensive end. Okay, want to go strong corner. No. Weak, horns down. Blocks. Mika. Phil, DJ, JP. Alright. Okay, first play. Then you got strong on maids, weak on misses. Everything goes to a short, okay, at the end. If they Euro switch at the week, skip it. Okay? Got it? Alright. One big quarter, one big push. Let's go. Okay. Got time.
Hey, this is that quarter, boys. Come on, we gotta go. Fourth run, yo. We brought it back.
So the Nelson Giants going through their plays for the fourth quarter, and the Giants have got the bring back Peter Pokai sign. Peter Pokai, what a player in this league.
Yeah, another legend. You know, this should almost be Legends Weekend with Mark Dickel, Phil Jones, Dylan Boucher, the guys on the benches, Piero Cameron, Paulie Hanari, but Peter Pokai, he was a true legend. And boy, couldn't the Giants use his bulk in the paint tonight against the Antoine Tisbys and the BJ Anthonys.
Absolutely. He could fill it up. And now the Bartercard NBL final is tomorrow, live on Sky Sport 2 from 7:30. Who will it be? Against the Southland Sharks, will it be the Otago Nuggets? Or will it be the Nelson Giants? We will find out in 10 minutes. 10 basketball minutes, that is.
Well, the Southland Sharks will be sitting on the sideline enjoying this very rugged tussle, knowing these two teams are going to get a lot taken out of them in this fourth quarter in an effort to win. And plus, this being the late game, just a little bit more advantage for the Southland Sharks going into tomorrow night's final.
Quarter four. 10 minutes. Who's going to the final? Jones curls. Finds Vicona. Allen pulls down a board. Rebounds have been even. The Otago Nuggets 28. The Giants 27 rebounds. It's right. Gives it inside to Tisby. Tisby banging. Wants it back.
Why would he give it up? He had Josh Pace on him. He had the advantage.
Right, with the shot clock winding down. Now Jones heads up court. Surveying his options. Gives it to Josh Pace. He's going left. It's a floater. It's in. I'm going to say it's a layup.
It's a Josh.
It's a Josh.
It's a Josh, and it's another Josh. He now has 19 Joshes. And he is threatening to take over this game. If he's allowed to get into the paint, he will take over this game.
The Nelson Giants need more Josh. 63-61 now is the Otago Nuggets lead. Benny Anthony inside. Tisby couldn't corral the pass, but he was fouled.
Well, that's the kind of physical play that's been there all game. It's an interesting call to come out in the fourth quarter. But, you know, Tisby and Daryl Johnson banging away down there.
Big pick set by Tisby. Anthony for three. Airball. Jones picks up another rebound on a long shot. Fell into his lap. Pace taken out. He hit the floor hard, but he'll get up and he'll go to the line to shoot two.
That's a good hard foul. You know, and that's what you've got to do in these situations. You've got to make Josh Pace feel that, not just on the shot, but you want to make him feel that one the rest of the game.
There's one way to take a finesse scorer out of the game, and that's just hit him hard, and they have the bodies to do that, do the Nuggets.
Well, you know, anytime in a playoff situation, knowing that there is no tomorrow, and you've got a key player, you know, a team, maybe their best player, in a situation like that, and you can put a bit of a hurt on them. You know, as a coach, you want your team to do that. And you know, possibly he goes to the free throw line and misses. Maybe he's, you know, a little bit rattled right now because that was a hard shot from BJ Anthony.
Coach Arledge looking on from the Otago Nuggets bench.
Of course, the downside of that one is that BJ Anthony picks up his fourth foul and has to go to the bench.
Yep, he's the first player in foul trouble. Tisby and Polyblank have three for the Nuggets. Giants, Vicona, Fannin and Maxey have three apiece as well. Jones, this is corralling all these loose rebounds at the moment, just falling into his lap. Perfect position.
Nice offensive set that time by the Nuggets. Just couldn't convert. Good shot. Tisby about 12 feet out. You'd like to see him in a little bit closer.
7 for those Giants to score. Try and get a shot up. Kick out. Blocks him. High arcing 3 drops. Josh blocks him. Gives the Nelson Giants a lead. A lead for a first time in a long time. At the top of the South Island club. 65-63. They now lead the Nuggets. Dickel. Out to Buckrow. Josh Pace skies for that board.
And a couple of outside shots. Last couple of possessions. Blocks him again.
Bangs it in.
3.
Back-to-back triples from Josh Bloxham. And the Nuggets have seen enough of that. 68-63. The Giants now lead.
Well, Bloxham appearing out of nowhere. Had a quiet game up to this point in time, but gets a couple of good looks. And again, out of transition, thing the Giants want to get into and converts. Nuggets, a couple outside shots. Lets it slip away. They got to go back to the inside game.
If we come across and we can't get a post, just re-screen away. You understand?
Josh Bloxham with those back-to-back threes.
Okay, we rebound, we all pitch in.
Really has broken the back of that Otago Nuggets lead. He has 11 points. Does Joshy B, the Breakers player, the development player. He's 4 of 9 from the field, 3 of 5 now from three-point land. And that really is the difference because both teams haven't been shooting the ball great from deep. 5 of 22 for the Nuggets. 5 of 16 now for the Nelson Giants.
Yeah, certainly up to this point in time, there hadn't been anything to brag about in terms of perimeter shooting, but those two were huge. And, you know, momentum. We haven't talked about momentum the whole game because it really hasn't felt like there's ever been any. Now, the first taste of a bit of momentum goes the Giants' way.
DJ, JP, we're going on.
Josh Bloxham, you know, they just left him open. They broke down the defensive end there, the Nuggets, and at the other end it was the drive and the kick out. Jones having some words to Mark Dickel. Jamie Ridge looking on as her boyfriend gives the Giants a nice little lead in this fourth quarter. Still plenty of hoops to come. 7:23 to go in this fourth quarter. 68-63.
It'll be interesting to see how the Nuggets respond. I mean, I think they've got to go to the inside game.
Tisby spinning, fading. Second chance opportunities though. Holly Blank gets it in, and Phil Jones will be called for the foul. It counts.
Well, certainly they wanted to go to Tisby, but again, the Giants were able to force Tisby away from the basket. So he puts up a shot that he's not comfortable with, sort of the extended post, shoots an air ball, but Ricky Buckrow makes a great offensive rebound play. And that's the kind of play the Nuggets need to make right now. Holly Blank getting the 2 points.
He has 17. Been quiet of late and he misses the free throw, but 17 points and 8 of 14 shooting. Nice night for Brendan Polyblank.
And neither team would be too pleased with their free throw shooting right now either. You know, in the playoffs, that's so important. Both of them down in the low 60 percentages.
Buckrow got his hand on the ball. The Giants will get it back. 13 seconds on the shot clock. They have a 3-point lead. Kona take the handoff, tries on Holly Blank.
Just going back to that point, the free throw shooting in a close game, the Nuggets aren't going to be comfortable because they're not one of the better free throw shooting teams in the league.
Holly Blank picks it out, Dickel for 3. Second chance points coming for the Nuggets if they can convert, but the rebounds now still tight, 32-31 to the Giants.
Those offensive rebounds are key, especially at this stage of the game.
6 to shoot. Inside to Tisby, met by 4 Giants, and Pace comes away with it. Looking at Jones, gives it to Bloxham. Blocks him for 3. Jones with a rebound. Buckroll gives it out to Mika Vakona, who gives it to Josh Bloxham. With 16 seconds on the shot clock. Plenty of time to run a play. Vakona tries and is fouled. He will shoot 2. And it's honestly, Tab, it's like we're waiting for something to happen. Something to go wrong for one team, right for another.
It really is. You know, again, the tendencies of these teams, they are going to them, but not with an exceptional amount of efficiency or effectiveness. Nelson shooting better from the field at 47%. The Nuggets only at 40%, but the Nuggets have that power game, you know, and they're getting the offensive rebounds, they're getting more opportunities. But the Giants have managed to push themselves ahead because they've knocked down a few threes.
Mika Vakona knocks down the free throw. Vakona, 10 points now. He has 5 assists, 4 rebounds. He really is key for the Giants down the stretch. Aaron Maxey will come back in for Ricky Buckroll. Excuse me, I should say Jones. Apologies.
Both teams with their most experienced lineups out there on the floor now, and they're going to try and come home with what got them here.
Anthony, strong to the hoop over Vakona. Can't convert. Pace. Pushing it.
You know, like Corey Webster in the last game, you know, the young, fancy player. Wait a minute, take a timeout for a pace. Josh.
Wright has the ball, and Martin Dickel did well to body up on pace. Is Wright. Kicks it back out. Under 5 minutes to go in semi-final number 2. Mark Dickel. Looks like he's hurt that heavily taped left arm as well. He was favouring it when Josh Pace was posting him up.
They always hurt a little bit more after an air ball.
65-70. Giants enjoying the lead. Jones curls and pulls up. Oh, classic Phil Jones.
And you look at the face of Phil Jones, he knows that is artistic. To watch him come off the screen and shoot that jump shot, that'll be a sad day when New Zealand basketball loses that.
Nuggets ball still, 13 seconds on the shot clock. Every second counts. We're under 5 to go in the semi-final number 2. The winner will meet the Southland Sharks tomorrow night. This very venue. Nuggets came off a 4 overtime game against the Taranaki Mountaineers in the last round. An epic overtime. Jones and Allen going at it now. Maxey, that's a 3. Too strong. Dickel looks up. Antoine Wright, excuse me, Akeem Wright throws it down with 2 hands.
Well, that's not what the Giants wanted out of that possession. Long rebound, run out by Akeem Wright. Almost a 5-point turnaround because that was a good look from the 3-point line for Aaron Maxey.
Allen right off on Jones. Poked away. And Hayden Allen disagrees, but the foul will be called on Antoine Wright. Excuse me, Akeem Wright. I've done it again. Hayden Allen was playing great defense. Phil Jones is stepping up. He knows what time it is in the game.
And we've seen very little contesting of to the referees from the players, but Nuggets aren't happy with that call. But we'd have to see a different camera angle. Certainly, it was a big play because the Nuggets were away for an uncontested layup if they do get that steal.
Coach Arledge, it's going through his mind right now as a former coach or current coach as yourself in this league.
Trying to figure out a way to reel in that 5-point lead. Well, it's very simple. You're always thinking tactics. How can you help your team?
More good pressure on the ball from the Nuggets, and BJ Anthony Comes up with a turnover. Can't get the layup to go.
I was going to say earlier, he's had a frustrating night, much like his good friend Corey Webster did in the first game. Played hard, just not converting.
Blocks him for another triple. Josh blocks him. 4 of 7 from downtown. He has 14 points. The Giants' lead is now 8 with 3:06 to go in the game.
Well, you don't like the Nuggets' body language walking off the court into the huddle, and this is where Mark Dickel's really got to step up and, put a charge into his team. Because he can certainly do that, and he's a competitor. He's not going to give up, but he's got to make sure these guys come with him.
Okay? Yeah. When you push, flow into your strong, push, flow, you're in strong, and then shorts. Okay? If it's a walk up, you got rub weak. If it's a walk up, you got rub weak. On pushes, I want rub weak. Rub weak. Okay? Yep. Now, blocks. Get to the other side of the lane. Get here and look at that.
Hey, this ball man, come right across.
Yeah.
Hey, hold it. Let's go.
It has been all Nelson in this fourth quarter with 3:08 to go in the game. And you saw the fourth quarter score there at the beginning of the timeout. Just 4 points scored by the Otago Nuggets.
Well, Liam Flynn obviously feels very confident and very happy with his defense, only giving up 4 points so far in this quarter. And all he talked about was offense in the timeout. All he talked about was pushing the tempo. Keep looking for these good transition shots. And I feel like